about to tell a story about my ex-girlfriend. This is how I knew that she had some massive issues. Like, before we became official, we were dating, and we talked about exclusivity. So we were just like dating each other, and she invited me to go clubbing with her friend who's gay, and then her gay friend's cousin. So he picks us up, and then we pick up the cousin who's straight, and I'm in the backseat with him. We'll call him Army Guy, right? So I'm in the back with the Army Guy, and we're talking, and he seems like a nice guy, and the ex was in the front seat, passenger side, and the gay guy, we'll call him Brian. Brian was driving, and she wasn't talking like at all. Now that I think about it, and so we go there, we go to the club, we dance a bit. Or I wasn't really dancing, actually. She was dancing, and I noticed Army Guy was like looking at her and like biting his lower lip, like, and I was like, wait a minute, do these guys know each other? So then, anyways, fast forward, we get in the car, leaving the club. We all drank a little bit, and he's next to me, and it's oddly quiet. It's completely quiet in the car, and I hear chuckling from him, who's on him on the left of me, and her in the passenger seat, and I'm like, and they're both on their phone, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I look over at his phone, and I see a middle finger emoji, yellow, just by itself. And I'm like, okay. So I look up at the window where the ex is sitting, and it's reflecting her phone, same middle finger. And I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers know each other. I was like, how do they know each other? So then we drop the guy off, right? The Army guy. And then she's like, I have to pee. And I'm like, well, I have to pee too, because I did have to pee. I drank. And then we go through the back way of his house. We get in. Oh, no, we don't get in. Sorry. He gets in first. He opens the door halfway. She's behind him. And then I'm behind her. And then he's like, hey, bro, you should pee outside in the backyard. And I'm like, why can't I pee inside? He's like, well, you got a dick. You can pee. Right? You're a guy. You should just pee. And I'm like, what? I'm like, but why can she go in and I can't? And he's like, bro, okay, well, there's a dog. Okay, and this dog barks if there's more than two people that go in. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And by the way, this is back then when I had like no fucking self-esteem, and I just didn't trust my gut instinct. And then all of a sudden, the ex, she chimes in and says, yeah, Mike, you should pee outside. You're a guy, haha. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm standing there for like 5 minutes trying to get them to let me pee inside the house. And finally, I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. So I pee on a tree like a defeated loser, and I go in the car, and looking at my watch, these motherfuckers are gone for 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. And then I'm talking to the Brian in the car, and I'm like, dude, do they know each other? He's like, I don't know. By the way, he lied. So she gets back in the car, and then he drops us off, and I'm like, did you fuck him? How do you know him? And she was denying. She's like, no, I didn't. What are you talking about? We're just talking and catching up. I'm like, for 15, 20 minutes after you guys drank? Really? It's like, how do you know him? She said, okay, that's the guy I told you about that I hooked up with before. Oh, okay. So you hooked up with him before. All right. So she vehemently denied that she had sex with him. Yeah. And then I dated her for 2 years. So you can understand what I went through for those 2 years. Like, she would lie a lot and do stuff like come on, that's a horrible fucking sign. That's a horrible, and it's on me for continuing to date that person. But like, that's disgusting. You made me like, first of all, why didn't you defend me, even on a friend level? Like, no friend should ever make another friend pee outside like a fucking animal, right? So that already clearly showed the lack of empathy in this person's eyes, and victim, like all this crazy shit, man. Like, I can't believe, like, it's been over 2 months since we've been done, and I'm like thinking back on the shit that I let myself go through, and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking, man? Right? But it's also because I was depressed at the time, and I just I was lost. I didn't know what to do for work. I felt really hopeless, like, why am I alive type shit. But then halfway through the relationship is when I found my mission, which is, acting, stand-up comedy, and then I love myself. So, but I still stayed with her for another year after, because, you just get conditioned, you get used to it. But yeah, guys, if something like that happens to you, or like there's a clear, obvious sign where they can't, it's like, she could have at least admitted it. Like, it's so obvious you fucked. Like, really? You didn't? You really just talked for 15, 20 minutes when you're like, yeah, go pee. Like, I don't know what it is about adults, but they're stupid. Like, they think that they can say something and, like, they'll just get away with it. You know, like, so you didn't, like, if you have a shitty roommate and then they deny that they left the dishes in the sink, and even though they ate, like, beef and you're a vegan, they're like, I don't know why that's there. I didn't eat anything. It's like, dude, there's, like, pieces of beef on it. It's like, I didn't do that. Like, you didn't have any roommates? Like, gaslighting and all that nonsense. But yeah, man, like, I was really hesitant to really talk deeper into this stuff because I even did a podcast where we talked about everything that she did, and I purposely chose to omit all that stuff. But like, I think I need to talk about this stuff more because then people can relate to it. Because I know you guys went through a bunch of crazy shit too, right? So, but also you got to hold yourself accountable. Like, why do you let yourself go through this? Why do you not have strong enough boundaries? And that's basically, it's all learning lessons. It's all learning lessons. But yeah, fuck you for making me pee outside, you crazy lady. What the fuck? You did fuck him, okay?